My name is Deepak Negi. Yes, Deepak. Such a common name. I used to hate my name. Since school, there hasn't been a time when I didn't find my namesake in my class. But finally, I'm so glad to be here in TMND as my name is not as common as Rahul, Nitin and Ashif. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Although I belong to Uttarakhand, but I was born in Assam. As my father was in army, so we get to move from one city to another in a span of 3 to 4 years, which makes it obvious that I love traveling. I was disaster when I was a kid, though I was pretty cute kid. But still, my parents used to ask this question to themselves, "Ye hamara hi bachcha hai na? This is our kid, right?" This is all because of my elder sister, because she was the one with the brain and I was the one with the huge stack of complaints, which my parents used to receive from my teachers. But I was good at extracurricular activities, whether it is sports, dancing or even singing. It hardly used to matter to me that do I even have a good voice? No. But then something happened. I grew up and I have become quite a sincere kid and focused on my academic. But I was lacking confidence in other activities. As maths and science were two favorite subjects of mine, so I chose the obvious stream, PCM. But then something happened again in 12th. I had this growing zeal for defense services, so I started preparing for a National Defense Academy. But unfortunately, on the very first day of SSB, I got screened out. That was for the first time I tasted failure because of my lack of confidence. And so I have no other options left other than dropping a year. So I started preparing for National NDA and AIEEE board. And guys, as the cliche goes, if you chase two rabbits, both will escape. And this time I could neither clear NDA nor the AIEEE. But somehow I was able to clear a common interest test of IPU and got myself into an engineering college. But I was not happy and I didn't complain either. And guys, time flies so fast in college. I didn't even realize what am I doing with my life until I was in my 4th year. When in 4th year, I was given an impromptu topic to speak upon, and to my surprise, I was shivering and couldn't able to speak in front of my friends. And it got me thinking, if I'm not able to speak in front of my friends, then how am I going to speak in front of 20 strange candidates in SSB? So I asked one of my friend Ankit for advice on how to overcome this fear. Now Ankit is kind of a guy, if you ask him for an advice, he won't give you one in his own words. Instead, he will search it on Quora and send you the link regarding that. I read that link. It was a story about a guy who initially struggled with public speaking and later with the help of an organization called Toastmasters, he got himself into the top B school of Paris. Now I was really amazed and immediately googled Toastmasters and the name came up like Toastmaster International. And my reaction was, alright, it's international. I'm not that good. So I just dropped the plan. After almost a year, when I was still preparing for my defense services exams, I again got interacted with Ankit. And he again suggested me to go for Toastmasters, as he always saved the bookmark in his Quora. And at that time I was just finished reading The Alchemist. And what I have learned from it is always take action. There's only one way in life, and it's through action. So now I have decided to join the Toastmasters, but only after my SSB attempt, which was going to be held on 1st November 2017, and I again got screened out for the second time on the very first day. So my father came up to me and told me, "It's alright son, why don't you take some coaching and prepare yourself well for your next SSB attempt." I told my dad that I don't want a temporary solution for my fear or anxiety and with mere instructions of coaching. And I told him all about Toastmasters and I joined it ever since. In my conclusion, what I wanted to say is, I have lived my life pretty much the same way for a very, very long time. And I don't want to make the same mistakes again and again. Because now I know I am the protagonist of my own story. And it's me who got myself here, and it's me who will take myself wherever I want to go. And right now, I want to become the best version of myself. Over to you.